before you started working at Evike.com, how did you pronounce Evike?
Before I worked for the company, I said Evike.
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 Evike. Evike.
Evike.
Evike.
Evike.
Evike. My name is Evike, and I'm the CEO of Evike.com.
I always pronounced it Evike. My first exposure to Evike.com, I knew someone that worked here back in high school, and that's how they pronounced it. I don't think I ever pronounced it Evike.
I was one of those. The way it's spelled, I think, kind of sounds Evike, and I didn't realize it until I started working. I was like, ooh.
Well, I met the person first, so I didn't have the whole Evike and Evike,
My favorite pronunciation would always have been Evike.
I've heard Evike, Evike.
Yeah.
I said Evike immediately, and then someone's like, hey, that's Evike Chang. I'm like, got it.
No one, for the most part, no one used to correct you.
No, like I said, I've heard people say Evike in front of Evike, and Evike repeated Evike, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, but every time somebody says Evike, I respond to.
Yeah. I've never heard you correct anybody.
Yeah. I gave up.
My name's Matt. I've been the spokesperson at Evike.com for 15 years.
What's up, Airsofters?
Welcome to our Airsoft Beginner's Guide.
I feel like I'm missing something. Yes, it is.
So what did Evike.com start off by selling?
So Evike.com started like many small businesses. It started in a garage.
It was an eBay business out of my dad's garage. After I graduated college, I was just selling everything I can around the house to pay off my student loan. I don't get paid much at my job, and so I was putting anything I can find onto eBay. So in the beginning, I was just selling off used stuff at home. And I found this big box of Magic the Gathering cards that I used to have when I was much younger. And so I turned them into cash fairly quick. And that came at a shock.
Being based in a garage, you have a kind of a limited space for inventory and things, but you don't need a whole lot of inventory when your main product of sales is bonsai trees and little tchotchkes and fountains. And in addition to Magic cards, he also sold paintball, like boxes of paintballs. But the main ticket item was Magic cards.
So I started going to this car show around my house called the Frankensteins. Pretty popular. It's like a swap meet for Magic and Pokemon cards. And I would clear out all the cards, inventory, like open cards that they have laying around. And for a while, I was one of the biggest eBay sellers for those cards.
What was your original name of your EV store?
Magic Club.
At the time, Magic was growing in popularity, and there was an opportunity to purchase a lot of card shops bulk, like the penny cards that nobody wanted, and then to insert into stacks of those penny cards like rares. In a lot of ways, it was kind of one of the original ways to do that model that we see with other collectible card games and other collectibles now. And that business was Magic Club.
I believe at my prime, I had maybe 6,000 to 8,000 listings on eBay that I had to manage. And so I grew up in downtown LA in the wholesale district. And I just worked at my parents' shop every Saturday and Sunday. So there was a lot of importers around if you ever never been there before. And so I would source whatever product I can find there and try to put them on eBay. And frankly, it was a lot easier back then as well. The internet had just started retail. Magic was just something that I had less competition and I was able to sell a lot more. But the supply eventually diminished. Like I cleared out all the open cards among all the sellers there.
So another piece to this puzzle is that, and this is kind of where we got into Airsoft, alongside this kind of internet business selling eBay items, the owner was the general manager initially and then regional manager for a then existing shop called Jungle Toy.
I had a full-time job after college. I was working for a company called Jungle Toy, and so it was a 9 to 8 job. If anything, I think I work 12, 15 hours a day for that job.
Jungle Toy did Airsoft, so his exposure to Airsoft was via Jungle Toy. And then through the connections he built there and the friendships that he made there, as well as kind of exposure to the customer base, he got into playing airsoft and then ultimately selling airsoft.
Because of my day job, which I eventually left, I knew a lot of suppliers and distributors in the industry. So I started purchasing airsoft to retail. I liked airsoft because I think it was just something that any male in the age of their 20s would love. You know, I remember my first airsoft gun was a Desert Eagle spring gun, and I would just set up targets at home and shoot at it all day. And I had a lot of friends who enjoy airsoft, so I would go play airsoft almost every other weekend as my primary hobby at the time. Just so being able to have a business where you enjoy the products, where you have customers that are going to continue to be with you was the main reason why I shifted completely to airsoft.
Well, at any point when you're starting a business with as small a footprint for inventory storage as a garage, you will eventually run out of space. And so getting a retail location is kind of the next logical step.
You know, I eventually ran out of space at home. My parents has a small garage. It's probably no bigger than this studio, and it was filled with furniture and other stuff from the family. And so I rented a small 1,700 square feet warehouse somewhere here in Alhambra down the street. I still drive by it sometimes. So that's the first location I have rented. And instead of working in the office, I decided to put my desk and all that packing stuff in the warehouse. So I turned that little office into a small retail store just to accommodate all my friends that wanted to pick up their products and don't want to pay for shipping. Early day of the business, we're long hours. I recall I probably lived in the office for a few nights. I would go to the office in the morning, open the shop, do my emails, do my packages, talk to my team. And then after the day ends, I believe a lot of my friends shows up, and then we play poker and I continue to work until whenever. It was good times.
We moved from Alhambra as we again got bigger to right next to what was Friar Tuck's, which is long gone now.
Yeah, so those are exciting times. We ran out of space pretty fast at the 1,700 square feet warehouse here, and so I found a 2,200 square feet next to a Friar Tuck's.
Eventually the business is doing well, you run out of space, or you want more floor space to display items, so we needed to move again.
At that time, I had attempted to rent another warehouse a couple street down, and it was really hard to manage the inventory because we didn't have the infrastructure for it. So just driving inventory back and forth between two locations was so much work until
we moved into the San Gabriel roller rink, or what was formerly the San Gabriel roller rink.
It was 15,000 square feet, and we stayed there for a while until we eventually took over the basement for that location. Yeah, we were there for a good few years, until I believe 10 years.
And then once again, ran out of space. We moved into this building, 2801 West Mission Road, here in Alhambra, back to Alhambra, into over 100,000 square feet.
It definitely wasn't like I had a blueprint or some kind of a vision. I know I like what I do. Just sticking more things onto eBay, more things, bringing more cool products into the shop. Whatever caters what my friends or my customers want. I can sense the happiness people have when they're purchasing and shopping in the shop. So I love that. If anything, I love working in the store more than doing the emails and packing the products. Just meeting vendors and going to trade show and finding a product that I feel would benefit my customers. It was more like a rule that I go by, not really a plan, a 5-year vision, 3-year vision that I planned. I think about this a lot too. And I realized the world was changing so much since the beginning of eBay till today that nobody could have had some kind of a 5-year plan.
Now, naturally, it follows that as you increase location size for more inventory, for more storage space, you're not doing that by yourself. This company was built not only by the owner, but also by a dedicated team of people that were interested in the hobby, interested in the business. And building that team gave us the consistency, the performance, and the passion for the hobby that has led to the increases in size over the years and has allowed us to grow as well as we've grown.
My name is Lauren. I'm a photographer, and
Is that your title? It's just the photographer, or what's your actual title?
It's my position technically now. Video?
I mean,
They changed it a couple of times. Hold on. Yeah, I know. What is my title?